And now can you hear me? And now can you hear me?
Hey, there we go. Right, okay, we're going to get that echo thing going on for a bit, so let's mute my sound quickly. Shush, NinjaBob, shush. Hey, bingo. Hello, Ben. Welcome back again. Right, okay. Two technical difficulties hit me at the same time there. Let me just get the game back up on the screen for you. Pow. There we go. Right. So, yeah, we had two technical difficulties hit us at the same time there. First of all, my microphone became unplugged. You might have even seen the error message pop up on the screen. It suddenly said USB device not recognised or something. Yeah, somehow I managed to pull the cable out, I don't know, with my foot or something. I don't know. I'm going to blame the cat. The cat's not even here, but I'm going to blame the cat anyway. Yeah, so the microphone went dead, and then while I was trying to fix my microphone, my server needed rebooting. So yeah, it all hit us at once there. But hopefully we are all good now, and we are back to normal. Sorry, is that you jumping through a portal again? Will you knock it off? I'm struggling enough as it is. But anyway, welcome back to the stream for the second time, or possibly the third. Yeah, who knows? So yes, back to the Iron Farm. Here we go. So second spawning platform is done. We still have mobs wandering around. There's still a villager wandering around out there as well at some point. Hello! There's a naughty little spider hanging around over there. Let's take him out. I don't suppose he cares too much about me during the day, but we'll take him out anyway. Just because. So, that reminds me. Let me just get the chat up just in case I'm missing anything. So we've got Ben. Did we know foxes can steal your items and then they can despawn without it? I did not know that, Ben. I have not actually seen a fox yet. Have you seen a fox? Really? Okay, in this world or? Oh, there you go. There you go. I have not seen a fox yet, but there you go. I don't get out much, I guess. Right, what we're going to do, just in case anybody's watching this for learning purposes, then good luck to you. But if you are, then what you want to do is these two edges that we're not using, we're going to cover in half slabs. That should stop little naughty spiders coming along and doing their thing, but also anything else. The other thing you need to be aware of is that golems can spawn on any solid blocks. So and once this thing's running, golems could spawn on these blocks if they were not half slabbed. So we're going to half slab them, and then what we're also going to do, just because I like to go belt and braces, is because what we're going to do is we're going to take some blocks. We're going to place them along here so that this is now only 1.5 blocks tall. So there is absolutely no chance of the golems spawning. Sorry?
Brace for lag.
Brace for lag, right, okay. Apparently there's a lag spike coming as Anfield Angel jumps through the portal. I'm never going to get out of the habit of calling you Anfield Angel when we're on stream, you know that? It's just, well, it's not actually a name, just so you know. Unless people call you that at work and stuff. But yeah, it's whenever we're on stream I just feel compelled to call you that, but never mind. Yeah, so this is just to prevent any golems from spawning down here. And yep, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking now, silly Billy Bob. The golems can now spawn on top of that block, but they won't because we're going to put glass all over that bad boy, and that will stop anything from spawning in there. Right, so you are now thinking silly Billy Bob. If you wasn't thinking silly Billy Bob, then you should have been, because it's that's phrase of the day. Hashtag silly Billy Bob. Get it in the chat. If you haven't hit the like button already, please do so, because it will help us with the old algorithms and all that good stuff. But other than that, let's just get on with doing the do. So this isn't a tutorial video, but I'm hoping it will be helpful for anybody that has been stuck with some old style iron farms in their worlds and is looking to get them up and running. In 1.14 or 1.14.1, which is where we are currently. 1.14 is definitely an improvement on 1.14. The whole thing with chunks loading, or not, as they may be. You've just gone through a thing again? No, you haven't. Okay. The lag spikes that we're getting at the moment are nothing to do with the fact that we're on 1.14.1. It's to do with the fact that Joe is behind me, going back and forth through the nether, travelling about 20,000 blocks across our world between our old world, or our old living area, and the new. So yes, if you see any lag spikes, that's what it's about. It's all Joe's fault. So there you go. Right. there's some chat going on. The chat says, did you know, Foxy, so we did that. They spawn near tiger biomes. Okay, so we need to have a look out for that. You made a zoo yesterday. Trying to get a creeper was a mission and a half. What? So what, you got a live name tag one? Just out of interest, have you done that because of... oh, what's his name? The guy that did the 5-year hardcore mode. Because he did that. Did you see that? Did you see that world he made? That well, it's not the world. He made a 5-year-old world. It's not the world specifically, but he did that thing called Chaos Caverns. Did you see that? Where basically he built like one of every biome inside a mountain. You think my Hollow Mountain was something to look at? Crikey, this Chaos Caverns thing was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, he managed to get one of virtually every hostile mob. And he managed to get them sort of trapped, name tagged so they didn't despawn. And then, yeah, he had them all going through these chaos caverns as you went through. He had like zombies and skeletons and spiders, but he also had husks. He even had a ghast. He managed to get a ghast through from the nether and then trap it. It's just, it was ridiculous. Unbelievable. I can't believe he lost it. And I can't believe that he... Right, okay, hold on. That's how my mic went. Okay, no, we're good. Hopefully you can still hear me. If you can't hear me, then please say so. I'm not sure. Oh my god, it just made that noise. It's gone again. Hold on. I don't think people can hear me. Something went just then. Oh, okay, you just unplugged that. Right, okay. Right, guys, if you can't hear me, then you can't hear me. So then I'm talking to myself. But if you can hear me, then please let me know, because I've got a horrible feeling something might just got unplugged and plugged again. Okay, you can hear me. That's cool. Okay, so it wasn't. It was Filzer. Filzer is his name, and it wasn't because of that. Okay, that's coincidence then. Okay, that's it's a cool idea. I'd never thought of it myself, but he had, and apparently you had. So there you go. I thought it was a pretty cool idea. So what we're going to do now is we don't want glass in the corners. What we want is something solid on the corners, because we're going to replace this with red, because we're doing the colour coding thing like we have on the others. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to just get this bit all boxed in to try and keep our villagers in here and safe, and also to stop the golems from spawning on any solid blocks that we leave lying around. So hopefully we're going to get rid of most solid blocks, so that shouldn't be an issue, but you never can tell. You never can tell. So let me just come back over here for a second. Right, okay, so the stream is definitely running. We're all good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come across, we're going to put a single row of glass around just as a sort of starting point, but we actually want this to be 3 glass blocks tall. You're at the end of the journey, by the way. Are you, sorry, just, are you at my end of the world, or are you at the tree end of the world? Neither. Okay, you're heading to the tree end though. Okay, at some point could you head back this way? Okay, that's going to take you ages, never mind, don't worry. So there we go, let's just get these glass blocks across here. So we're going to do a single ring first of all, and then we're going to do a double ring the rest of the way around, just to make sure there's plenty of room in here for the villagers to bounce up and down up on top of these composters. And yeah, what we don't want, if you have it with, if you have it to be only 2 blocks tall, what I found is that if you've where it's really tight off, it's only 2 blocks tall, their head sort of touching when they're stood on these things, and it tends to force them to glitch through the beds. Makes no sense why it should do that, but it does. So yeah, I would avoid it if you possibly can. I've just realised. Yes, we need to get some more half slabs down here. So let me do that now while I'm thinking of it. I'm going to get half slabs down here underneath the glass. I actually need more half slabs. I've not got enough to be able to finish this. So we're going to go around this bottom half like this. And then we want half slabs all the way around underneath that first ring of glass. We'll worry about that afterwards. We'll get the glass down for now. Hopefully we've got enough glass to at least do the walls. The most expensive part of all of this is the ceiling, because what you do want to do is you want to cover the roof in, because otherwise if you if this place gets struck by lightning, then one of your villagers will turn to a witch, and then they will kill all your other villagers, and the whole thing goes to poop. So yeah, avoid that if you can. And yeah, try and get to stick with having a roof on this. It doesn't have to be glass, I guess you could do half slabs, but yeah. Once we decided to go and destroy our desert and turn the whole thing into glass, we decided just to keep going with it. But yeah, you could do it in half slabs if you find that to be a little bit cheaper. Right, so let's go over here and get some more glass. There we go. Still got plenty of glass. Yeah, if you do manage to get back to our end of the world, Joe, I need more glass, and I need some half slabs, and I need some lanterns. But stone brick half slabs, ideally. I think we've got some, and I've got stone bricks on me. I can make some. I just don't have a crafting table over here. So, not the end of the world. You are a long way away, so it might take you a while.
But I have a train now.
You do have a train, so it should be a bit quicker. Right, so you see, you get through the glass pretty quickly with this thing. That is the downside. Is it just okay? You're connected on there. That's fine. Right. So what we're going to do is we'll get this across, and then what I've been doing, you might have noticed, is I've been using sea lanterns. Sea lanterns is something that we are pretty damn rich with. Sea lanterns, because we do have ourselves a guardian farm. So that's obviously very good for keeping the place lit up. So if there are any spots that we've managed to mess up on in any way, then sea lanterns are definitely a useful thing to have. If you are you anywhere near a bed, Joe? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay, do us a favour, have a kip, and we'll resume in the morning. We don't need night time just now. It's just awkward. Right, let's have a look. Made an epic disco room a couple of days ago. The whole floor is made out of diamond blocks. Oh my god, that's one hell of a flex. A 25 by 25 room. We're all made of diamonds. Oh my god. You have so much diamonds because your world is 8 years old. Oh my! Well, I assume that's PC then. That's mad. Have you been updating to like 1.4 and stuff all the way, or is that all in the 8-year-old version of Minecraft? Oh, I'm trapped in here now. Right, so let's get out of here. I'm going to go and grab some materials because Joe is a long, long way away, so she's not going to be much use to me. Even less use than usual. So let's fly over to here. We have most of the things I think we need over here. So it's pretty lazy of me to get you to do it for me, because it is a matter of just flying from one corner of the farm to the other. There we go. Sea lanterns for days. Some more stone blocks. Do we need stone blocks? I don't think we do, actually. I think we're done with stone blocks, but I do need slabs. There we go. Bom, 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 bom. Let's go a couple of stacks of slabs. That should be enough. What I do need is glass. There's 3 stacks of glass there. Don't think that's going to be enough, but we will go back and get on with whatever we can get on with for now. There we go. We can see a golem in there. Do you see that? So you'll find that these things do go off in the mornings and last thing at night more often than not. That's how it tends to work. Go on, land it. There we go, we landed it. Nice. Right, so now we're going to fill this thing up with sea lanterns, so there'll be plenty of light in this thing. So yeah, lighting should never be an issue. Half slabs everywhere, and if it's not half slabs, it's glass. I suppose the only place that technically things could spawn is on these platforms, but they're covered in water. So, and anything that does spawn there just gets shoved straight into the middle and murdered in the golem killer anyway. So, yeah, spawns are really not an issue once you've done this properly. And yeah, so properly just means all these blocks everywhere, just to make sure that we're spawn proof. The worst part I find with doing these is the glass roof of this box that we're doing now. You're about to witness it, but it is an absolute pain. I guess you could argue that maybe we're doing it the wrong way round. Maybe we should have done the roof before we did the beds and everything. But it's it's. I don't know. We've done 9 of them, and I've not learned my lesson yet. So.
Lag spike coming.
Sorry, lag spike coming. Oh, right, you're going through the portal. Right, okay. Okay. Ow. That was a big lag spike. I got hurt like a minute after you jumped through. That was ridiculous. Okay, so I need to get half slabs on the bottom half of these things here. No, not there, you plum. I mean there and there. Nope, not there either. I should have done that first. Half slab should have definitely come first, but never mind. We can cope with that. It's not the end of the world. Let's just go around here. Have I got a staircase up? Yes, I have. Good. So hopefully I can reach that one. No, not quite. If I go this way We should be able to get up and round, and then we're just going to fill this in. And we want half slabs all the way around this here. That just 100% rules out the possibility of the golem spawning on the outside edge of our farm. The glass should be plenty. The glass should be sufficient to stop that from happening. But you know, you can never take too many precautions. The last thing you want is golems being stuck on the outside of this thing, because it's absolute pain in the backside. What we're going to do actually is I'm going to get, I know I only placed these a little while ago, but I'm going to get rid of these, and then I'm going to place the slabs first and then put the blocks underneath. That should have been what I'd done first time round, but never mind. Had a look in the chat, it was on PC. Oh, okay, you started on Xbox 360 and moved it. Okay, cool. I didn't realise it'd been out on console for that long. 8 years, wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, once again, happy birthday Minecraft. Who'd have thought it? 10 years. 10 years for this stupid game with just squares everywhere. Eh? I know that. So I've had people say that to me before. When people found out that I had a YouTube channel, it was one of those things where people were like, "What? That game? What? It's a stupid game. It's just blocks everywhere." Yeah, that's kind of what's cool about it. And yeah, what do you know? 10 years later, people are still playing. So I guess we were onto something. Right. So let's. That side's done. I didn't realise I'd already done that side, but apparently I'm more efficient than I realised. Ouch, he says, falling from the sky. That's. I should have grabbed some scaffolding. Is what I should have done. I forgot to bring any scaffolding. Never mind. We'll just do it this way. That's what you could bring over when you get here, Joe. You could bring over some scaffolding. That might be handy, just to save me from jumping up and down on blocks all the time. Because it's no fun doing it this way, is it? Once you've got used to having scaffolding in your life, it does make a difference. Oh, I'm starving, I've just realised. Right, okay, so we've got some new people come to the stream, it would appear. Big boy, hello big boy. Hello YouTube Gaming HQ, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we are upgrading iron farms, if you weren't already aware. So I won't keep repeating everything that I'm doing, because I realise the people that have been following the streams for, well, last week and again this week, they've heard it all already. I've explained myself lots and lots and lots of times. But I do like to let people know what I'm doing, because it's, like I say, you might find it useful for your own world if you've got old farms in place that were based on the old villager mechanics. So we've taken an old villager farm, iron farm, tried to use as much of the original skeleton of the building as we could, and upgraded to a 1.14 compatible version. And yeah, we've got 9 other things in this area, and at least 7 of them are working perfectly. This is we completed our 8th a little while ago, and yeah, we're going to check at the end of the stream to see how the rest are doing. I'm having real trouble placing blocks tonight. What's wrong with me? Right, okay, it's got rid of you. Okay, so we're going to go like that. We want bottom half slabs only. This is to prevent the golems from spawning outside their designated spawn area. That's the last one. You'll be glad to know. No more half slabs tonight. I think we're done. Oh, no, not quite. We need to go across here. Let's see if we can get these last few right. It really shouldn't be that difficult, but apparently I'm making very, very hard work of it for some reason. Right, okay, so I think we're good. All we need to do now is I need to fill in the blocks over there just to narrow down this window, so that things can't spawn in here. I know there's half slabs anyway, but as I said earlier, I like to go belt and braces. I like to make sure, I like to be 100% sure that things can't spawn here. There we go. So we're going to drop that there, and that's those 2 sides taken care of. So all we need to do is get those villagers up into their new breeding area, and we need to fill in the roof. That's the last job. I've got nothing to stack on, so we're going to have to go on glass. Never mind. Fortunately, I have silk touch everything, as well as mending everything. So yeah, we're fairly resource rich in this world, so it shouldn't be too big a deal. So we're going to fill in the roof, and the roof is to stop the lightning strikes from turning our villagers into witches. Not actually had that happen. But apparently it's a lot more common in 1.14. I must admit, I've seen a lot more lightning thunderstorms in 1.14 than I remember ever seeing in any version beforehand. So I guess something's changed. I think we've seen a lot more variation in the weather, a lot more rain, and then a lot more of those rainstorms turn into thunderstorms. It might just be because of the biome I'm in, maybe, but I don't think so, because like I say, we're spread across 2 different parts of this world now. We've got this area with our farms in the spawn area, and then we live like 20,000 blocks away from here. And the weather mix seems to be the same in both areas. So I don't think it's got anything to do with the biome, but you never know. I'm not an expert in these things. I might be wrong. If you are new to the stream and you are enjoying what you're seeing so far, please do me a favour and hit the like button, because that will help us with all the YouTube algorithm what's names, get us up the rankings and get a few more joining us to see what we're doing. It would be nice to get a few more people on the stream just so they could see the finished article here, really, because we've been working on this for a week or so, and yeah, it's very, very, very nearly finished. Like I said, this is the 9th of 9 iron farms that are going to run pretty much not 24/7, but 24/7 as long as we are connected to the server. And we are connected to the server quite regularly. So yeah, we do get a lot of iron, and the reason we decided to do this is because the other main project that we've got on the go at the moment is a giant tree that we're building. And I do mean giant, I mean 250 blocks tall, 80 blocks around its trunk. It's enormous. I won't get a chance to show it to you today because it's 20,000 blocks away, but it's that's our main project at the moment, and we're building trying to build a realistic and authentic looking tree, obviously out of wood and leaves and all the rest of it, but on the inside we're going to go the complete opposite way. We want to go futuristic, we want to go you know, kind of modern and shiny, and yeah, so we're going to use iron blocks all over the place, and so yeah, hence we need our iron farms functioning. When we came back to 1.14, we took a break that took us all the way, we missed 1.13 altogether, so we've come from 1.12 I don't know where we were up to be honest, but so we had a 1.12 world, so we've come back to a 1.14 world. We've upgraded accordingly, so yeah, that's all good, that's all fine. But our iron farms had obviously stopped working because village mechanics have changed. So hopefully these upgrades to the farms are going to get past all of that, and get us a supreme amount of iron. Certainly the old farm used to. The old farm was ridiculously efficient, and apparently, allegedly, once we get these things filled with villagers, these things are even more efficient. So I'm going to have a quick look at the chat. It's going to be tricky because I'm going to go back and forth here. Actually, I'll tell you what, Joe, do you want to do me a favour? Do you fancy reading out what the YouTube comments say? Okay, the game makes me die sometimes with the glitches and that. Yeah, it does. Are we ever going back to console? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's too much variety and too much flexibility with the PC edition. And I must admit, when we did briefly go back to console, I must admit I found myself being a little bit about it. I don't know. We might do. There's definitely a convenience to play. Oh, that's the wrong thing entirely. What am I doing? There's definitely a convenience to playing on console. You know, just. Yeah, if the game's updated, it updates. You don't have to mess about with, you know, the texture packs and stuff. They're just there. It's annoying that you have to pay for texture packs in console edition, whereas you can obviously get them for free on PC. But obviously, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more of a faff on the PC edition. It's not quite as straightforward as doing it on console. So there's definitely benefits to the console version. But I think Joe and I are both. I think we're both converts now. We've gone through it a lot. We started on iOS. We started on mobile edition of Minecraft, and then we went to console editions, and now we're at PC edition. And I must admit, I don't see us going back. I might, you know, I wouldn't never say never, but I don't think so. Right, while it's night time, I'm going to try and get these villagers in because we're basically done. The box is completely filled in. Walls are done. Roof is done. Beds are in, composters are in. There is a space for 108 villagers in here. We do not have anywhere near 108 villagers to put in, but what we're going to do is we're going to try and get these guys up and in a position to be able to. Oh my God, I've forgotten how to place blocks. We're going to try and get these guys in a position to get in here and start breeding. So what we're going to have to do is get them in first and foremost, and then try and get the Sorry, let me just concentrate for 2 seconds. Right, there we go. Yeah, we're going to try and get them into position inside the farm, and then we're going to have to go and get loads of food so that we can hopefully get them breeding. So it sort of becomes a village of breeder, but mostly it's all about getting the golems spawning. That's the main thing. What does the chat say? The way I found your channel through Minecraft Platinum Trophies. I followed your guide and now you got them all. Wicked. Oh, that's really cool. That was it's funny, it's such a long time ago, and yet that video still gets more views than any other video on my channel, and I mean by a long way. And it's the original. It's the 51 survival trophies. I then obviously did the follow-up version, which was 17 more trophies. I don't know if there's been any more. If I'm honest, I don't know, because I'm a little bit out of touch with console edition. I don't honestly know if there are any more trophies, survival trophies. I was never interested in the mini games personally, so I wasn't worried about that. But I was always worried about survival trophies. If there are, then I could potentially be tempted to come back to console edition purely to do the trophy guides, because yeah, they did seem to be pretty popular. I think it's something like a quarter of all the views on my channel come from those two videos, those two trophy guides. And what got like I say, this is my second YouTube channel. My original channel was pretty much built on the back of another trophy guide back when there were only something like 29 trophies, I think, on the original PS3 edition. So yeah, times have changed, I guess. Times have moved on. But yeah, no, I'm glad you found us that way. I'm glad you found the channel, and I'm glad you joined the stream. So yeah, where were we? There's more trophies. Oh, okay. Maybe then. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not in any crazy rush to doing it to come back to console. But maybe that could tempt me. It could tempt me, because I always had a thing for trophies, particularly Minecraft trophies. I did enjoy doing that. It's fun to make the videos as well. It's fun to. It's quite a challenge, you know, to try and sum up 51 different things. You know, 51 different trophies are wearing that. So in that video, so that's a lot of trophies to try and explain in like 10 minutes. So it was always like really good fun trying to edit the video in a way that gave people enough information to be able to actually follow it, but without, you know, wasting any time unnecessarily. Yeah, it's quite a tricky thing to do. You occasionally get people complain that there wasn't enough detail in the explanations and stuff, but mostly people seem to find the guides useful. So maybe, who knows? Who knows? Watch this space. We'll soon find out. Right, come on, villagers. You're the last couple. In you go. Right, there you go. That is farm number 9 complete. The only thing that's missing is our red corners to make it look pretty. Our water flows on the spawning platforms to kill the golems. So that's something. Are you in our part of okay, Joe is now in this part of the world rather than 20,000 blocks away. So now Joe can start helping for a change rather than just hanging around the place. I could do with a couple of buckets of water if you wouldn't mind, as well as much red stained concrete as you can lay your hands on. So I believe that's all over there. You just need to grab it out of the relevant chests and bring it over. But yeah, could you have a little look-see, see what you can see. Right, let's go and grab any bits that have landed in the middle. While we're waiting for Joe to bring those bits back over, I think we'll have a quick fly around this thing and just make sure that it is all set, as I believe it is. And I can't fly again. What is wrong with me? Go, take off. There we go. So we've got red beds everywhere, contrasting nicely with our pink beds and our blue beds and our white beds and our orange beds. So there you go. You can see it, the way it's all come together now. Our 9 farms, effectively acting like 9 separate villages. That's the basic idea of this. But I believe this is now all complete. Let's just have a little look round, make sure the walls are all filled in. They are. The corners are not quite filled in, but we are getting there. Yeah, okay. I think we're basically good to go. We just need those buckets of water and we need that red concrete. And then that's our 9 farms done. And then I think what we will probably do is we'll call it a day. But before we go, we will go and have a look and see how much iron we've managed to churn out from the 7 farms that are already in place, and that will give you an idea of exactly how efficient these farms really are. Are you on your way? You are on your way. I can see you've got your red. Trying to find buckets of water. I must admit, I had loads of buckets of water on me, but I left them all downstairs. Ah, okay, that's a good point. I can go and I might be able to get them from downstairs. Oh, for God's sake. I've completely forgotten how to fly. 1 bucket will do, actually. If you've got 1, that will do. We've got infinite sources here, so that's fine.
Where do you want it?
Where do I want it? Red. In the corner, please. Far corner. Right, let's have a look at more trophies I was watching from the beginning. Yeah, Ben, I know. You've been here since... so when you say the beginning, do you mean the beginning of this channel? Or do you mean the beginning, like as in the old channel, the PS3 channel? Did you go back that far? Right, I can see a bucket of water. Thank you very much. And then we'll go and do that. So let's go. It's a slight pain with 1 bucket, but it's not the end of the world. All we have to do is grab that one, and then that one, and then we can use the infinite source from there. There we go. So this is the water flows going into position. Like so. Oops, there we go. Like that. All the way across. Are you throwing food off the sides? Is that food you're throwing? You don't have to stand there shaking your head, I can hear you. You're sitting behind me.
Spider Horizon's on me.
Oh, okay, it's right. Okay, it's junk. I thought yeah, I knew you'd brought some stuff over from me. I thought you were having a moment there. Right, okay, so over we go, like so. That dome you made, what was the size? Oh my god, I can't remember. Yeah, that was in the Ninja Time series. Do you remember Ninja Time? We made that giant dome. I don't know, you know. Is that the one you mean, or do you mean the? Yeah, the old channel. Yeah. I don't know. I can't honestly remember. Big, pretty damn big. That was one of the first massive projects we did. I used to watch a channel. I still watch it occasionally. Actually, I used to watch a channel called Dataless. I don't know if you've ever watched him. Australian guy. And he's got a thing for doing these massive builds in survival mode. Have you left me? No, you haven't. Could you come back up? I need the orange concrete now, please. Yeah, he did these massive builds, and he did them all in pure survival mode, and it was it got me hooked on the idea of big builds, but mostly hooked on the idea of big builds in survival mode. Just the challenge element to it of doing it all in survival is a big appeal to me. It's what we love doing most, I think. I don't know if I would go quite to the same level as that guy that did it all in hardcore mode. Do you know what? I couldn't face having my heart broken if it all went wrong. You know, if it like it did for him, he died after 5 years, and that's it. Game over. The world's gone, and I just couldn't live with that. I couldn't live with that. That would do me in. What have you brought me? 49. I think 49's enough. If I remember what we need here. These are a pain actually. You have to dig that one out from underneath like that. Drop in a block there. Then fill the glass back in there. I've done this lots. This is my 9th one, so I'm quite well practiced at this now. There we go. Back up. All the way up to the top. We have to do the top from here. There we go. So that's our red corners, and we're going to go and do that. I've actually got, I have got enough blocks, so I can actually do this whole thing. So that's cool. I don't know what I was saying now. Big builds in survival. It's definitely the thing I like to do. And yeah, I think, to be fair, this is probably the biggest farm we've done of any kind anywhere. And I think this farm in particular was part of the reason why we decided to come back and start doing live streams, to be honest, because when we come back to revisit it and make it 1.4 compatible, 1.14 compatible, I was looking at it and just looking across and how epic the whole thing looked. And I hadn't really missed making YouTube videos, if I'm honest, but there was a part of me that was like, man, I can't believe that we built this thing and we've never showed anybody. It just felt criminal. You know, we used to show off everything that we did. That was what we did. That was the whole point of the channel, really, in some ways. And yeah, to have built this enormous thing and nobody had ever seen it, it felt wrong. So that's why we're back, really. But yeah, like I said, we're going to do some other stuff. We're going to do some other builds. Once this iron farm is up and running and we've got it filled with villagers, we're going back to the tree, and that will be our major thing for a while. Right, I need to work out how to do the corner because outside corners are slightly tricky. Okay, there we go. So it starts from there and then we just stack up from here. There we go, easy. So are you doing that last corner or are you doing it yourself? That would be really quite handy if you are. Save me a job. So I can jump down here. Are you doing the work for me? Yeah. Where you been the whole video? Right, okay, so let's take this down. Go and have a quick look from a distance. Make sure this thing is complete, but I'm pretty certain that we have got this whole darn thing done. All of the corners are filled in. That's all looking good. Like the big build, don't like cheating. Yeah, do you know what? I don't. Part of the fun is gathering the materials. It's not just building. It's gathering up the materials, and then there's no point in building a massive farm that churns out double chests filled with iron if you can go in creative mode and get it in creative mode. It just don't make any sense to me. But we're all different. We all like different things. Right, Anfield Angel. The last thing to do. I don't know if you're already doing it. It looks like you might be actually. Is to feed the villagers.
Done the corners of the cyan.
Oh yeah, you're right. We haven't done the cyan yet. Okay, let's do that. In fact, yeah, you do that if you don't mind. I am going to feed the villagers, so I'm going to go around all the different farms and try and top them up. Oh, I still can't fly. What's wrong with me? There we go. Apparently, what it takes is for me to have a tantrum. As soon as I start sulking about the fact that I can't fly, I seem to fly almost immediately. Tell me we've got cyan here available. We do? Where at? In your hand. Good. Marvellous. So all I need to do is get the food. Right, so we're going to grab all of the carrots out of here. We're going to be a bit bold and just take everything. Because we now have a carrot farm. So we'll go and have a quick look at the carrot farm and see how that's getting on as well before we end the stream. So what, we'll go and do the 2 newest farms first. There we go. On our way. We'll go and do the 2 newest farms first, which is the red one and the cyan one. But I'm going to go around all nine villages and go around all the 9 villages and try and get them breeding. It has to be said, there is a lot more villagers in here than I got in here, and I can see babies already. Cool. Right. Okay. That's good news. It means that we've not got a lot of work to do here, to be honest. So what we'll do is we'll just break in at the roof here like that. We'll throw in a bunch of carrots. Get these guys doing the thing, doing the do, and then we'll cover that back up again. Let's go over to this side. That's really handy though. If they're effectively taking care of this stuff for themselves, then that's one less thing for us to worry about. But you do generally have to come back and feed them periodically because they will run out of food eventually. So I probably shouldn't bother with these ones because it looks like they've already bred for the day. But what the hell, let's just throw some food in anyway. There's a full stack. They can pass that back and forth until in the end they're making babies. So that's all good. Let's go over to the cyan farm, which is just over here. Oh, land. There we go. Any babies in here? No. No babies in here so far. Is there? No. No babies in here so far. So let's see if we can get these guys a bit excited about it and see if we can get them breeding. There you go, chaps. Have some carrots. See if that helps you get you in the mood. What over here? Let's go over to these 2 actually. That's the thing. Is trying to just spread the food out as much as you can realistically. So let's get some carrots into this spot here, like that. There we go. So they've got plenty of food now, and we'll do one more. I can't quite tell who we've done. I don't think we've done these guys, but neither of them are farmers. Okay, let's go with these ones instead. Obviously, they haven't actually got any farming to do around here. We haven't actually given them any area to plant their carrots or anything else like that. But that's okay. They don't need to. All they need to do is feed each other. That's the key. Right, let's go and have a look at the other farms, the other colours, and see how they are doing for villagers. Down we go. This is pretty busy. It's pretty busy. I don't think there's quite 100 in here. Don't think there's anywhere near 100 in here. So let's see what we can do to try and encourage these guys to get breeding a bit more. Let's throw some carrots in there. Let's swing them around in this direction like that. So hopefully some different ones will pick up. Okay, it's starting to run a little bit low now, but a few more. Let's block up there. And then we'll go over and maybe we'll feed these guys a bit as well. Let's go into this block just here, and we'll throw some carrots into this spot. I can see carrots being thrown around actually. Hello, what's going on there? I'm sure I just broke that block. Oh, it's there. Hopefully this will encourage these guys to breed a little more. Actually, I think the one that I probably need to put the most attention on, other than the new ones, is the white one, because the white one we had real trouble getting the villagers in. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, look, there's only like 6 villagers in here, tops. Yeah, 6. So let's see what we can do to help these guys out. So let's pop into here. Let's throw a bunch of carrots on top of these guys' heads. Come on, boys. Let's do your thing. Let's throw those down there. Block that up. And then there's, where have we got? We've got a couple over here. So let's see if we can get these two going. Hopefully once they've got a couple of stacks of food between them, they will be okay. But that's why we've got our carrot farm now under the ground, our automatic feeding farm. There we go. Love hearts are coming. Breeding is starting to happen. Fantastic. Okay, we are good to go. There's just this lonely fella over here who's hanging around on his own, but perhaps they'll catch up with him at some point. I will get round to the other farms as well. But first and foremost, how are you getting on? Oh, there you go. Anfield Angel has finished off the blue corners. It looks like she might be doing the last one now, but that's all done. So there you go. There you go. Anybody that was looking for the final outcome, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, including the one we're standing on, 9 iron farms, chunking out iron all day, every day. As long as we're on the server, this thing is going to make iron regardless of where we are. So I'm just going to quickly run downstairs. First, we're going to check on the carrot farm and see how that's getting on. These guys are still doing their thing. We'll just go straight down to the bottom floor and we'll look at the total and see what we picked up. If I remember rightly, anybody that was at the beginning of the stream might remember, I can't quite, I think we had just over a hopper's worth. So there's hopper, that's filled. We now have nearly two hoppers worth. So that's going well. In fact, you know what, I'm going to grab all of that stuff out now while I'm here, because we can go use that. I'll use that after the stream. There we go, look, more carrots coming in. So that's all good news. So that's, yeah, that's going well. That's going very, very well indeed. Yeah, so what we're also going to do is going to go and check on the iron farm. At the start of this stream, I emptied out the double chest at the bottom. And we're going to go and see how much we've gained over the course of... this is our second stream. How long have we been streaming this time round? I can't see. Where's the timer? It says here that we have been streaming for... Ah, it doesn't say. Oh, it doesn't say. Someone in the chat, let me know how long we've been streaming for. So we did a 45-minute stream that broke, and then we had to start again. So in 45 minutes plus however long we've been streaming this time around, we have gained. You watch, there's going to be nothing in it. Oh my God, there's nothing in here. I've been trolled, haven't I? I've been trolled. Anfield Angel, look. Right, so well over a stack. Okay, you got me there. I was so annoyed there. Just for a second, I thought we had like 3 ingots. So there you go. A stack and a half, give or take, in what's 42 minutes. So about an hour and a half. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. That's... yeah, so a stack and a half, and that's with 9 incomplete farms. Once we've got those things, I say they're incomplete. They're incomplete. They're complete in the build. They're incomplete in terms of villagers. So that's not bad, though. That's not bad. A stack and a half of iron in an hour and a half of streaming. That is pretty flipping good. So we're going to have one quick last look at the chat before we sign off for the night. It says here, you like big builds, don't do that. What project do you think you should do next? Well, I personally would recommend a gigantic tree. So yeah, we'll have a look at ours tomorrow. You can come and have a look and see what we're doing and how we're doing it. For me, Ben, I think it's all about the farms. If you're not going to do farms, then I think you just got to do big, exciting looking things. And I guess giant trees are a bit cliched. Lots of people have done giant trees. You don't have to do that. But yeah, I think something like that. Either that or a guardian farm. You've done something like a guardian farm, they're pretty hard. But yeah, I think that's what it's about. It's either you're either doing giant farms or you're doing things just because they look flipping cool. So yeah, I guess it depends what your needs are. How are you doing for all the different resources? Have you got a way of getting them all? But yeah, we're certainly done with this iron farm. Other than feeding villagers, we need to come back and feed the villagers every now and then. So I'm going to be getting on with that. And then, yeah, in the next stream, I think we will probably be back over at the tree. And we'll be working on building that thing up. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry for the break in the middle. If you've only just joined us, this tonight's stream has ended up unfortunately being broken into 2 parts because we had some technical difficulties in the middle. So you'll find 2 45-minute streams covering what we've done tonight. And what we've done tonight is build 9 gigantic iron farms, all in our spawn chunk, and all up and running, fully live, all in nice pretty colours. Oh, and I tell you what, there's one last job I'm going to do. One last job right as we finish this stream. I'm just going to grab, I'm fairly sure I've got a blank map in my chest here. Let me just make a bit of room in my pockets. There we go. I want to have a quick look at what this thing looks like. Ah, the map isn't big enough. Oh, how annoying. I need a bigger map. Right, okay, between now and the next stream, I will get a bigger map that covers a wider area. But you can see there, this is the one we're standing on, the white one, and you can just see over on the right there a slight hint of the... actually, which way is that? No, it's the wrong way. So you can see a slight hint of that one, the pink one over there. But yeah, I'll get a bigger map, and we'll get it up on the wall, and we'll be able to see how the iron farm looks now compared to how it looked in 1.12. We're going to keep our 1.12 map up on the wall just as a bit of a souvenir, so to remind us of the work we've done here. But we have done a ridiculous amount of work. 9 iron farms, all colour coded, all feeding into one place, and already churning out. Well, if we did a stack and a half in an hour and a half, I think it's fair to say it does a stack of farms, a stack of iron per hour, and that is with only what, an average of about 10, maybe 15 villagers per farm. Imagine how this thing's going to go when we've got 1,000 villagers in here. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't smashed the like buttons and all of that stuff, then do so. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And yeah, like Batman, tell all your friends about me. See you next time, folks. Cheers.